Okay, let's try this again. I'm trying to get my microphone working, and for some reason it is not working. Let's see if it is now. I gotta keep talking here. I apologize. We are testing this out, trying to get this all figured out here.
Apologize, we are testing this out.
How about that?
All figured out here. Apologize, we are
All right.
testing this out.
How about that? Let me turn this down so you don't get a long delay there. Okay, so it's finally working. Okay. All right, good. So we are actually finally getting sound. Let me move my other microphone. I have a really nice microphone here that I could not get to work. All right. And so I'll have to mess with that a little later, but at least the internal microphone, I guess this microphone could last forever, I suppose, right? All right. Well, all right. So we're going to do a pour today. And like I said, this is our first stream. So, who knows how it's going to go. I got the heater on in the background. It should be shutting off pretty quick here, hopefully. Yeah, I think everything is right on here, so we should be good to go. So I've got this 12 by 12 inch canvas right here that I'm going to, why is it going out of focus? 12 inch 12 inch canvas that I'm going to do a pour on. I'm not sure exactly. Actually, I think that's going to be a swipe. So I'll probably, I'm not probably, I already got colors picked out. I want to try to do just a blue and purple swipe. Really like blue and purple a lot, so I want to see how that comes out. But first, we've got to mix all the paints that we're using. And generally what we do is use Floetrol, which is right here. And I'm going to put a little bit in each one. How many colors do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I'll probably use some white there. So let's get out 9. That's a lot of different colors, but that's okay. That's fun. Okay, there's 8. There's 9. So I've already shook this up a little bit. So I probably already put too much. I'm gonna go roughly about half and half. Half Floetrol, half paint. Seems to work out well for me. I see some people go, usually I've seen some people go all over the place, with more Floetrol and less paint, more paint, less Floetrol. Seems to be a little bit of everything there, so who knows. All right. And, let me turn my other heater off too. It'll be loud for just a second while it cools itself down, but then we'll be good to go. And I remember my brother one time was watching me on a stream. There was nobody watching me, and he said, "Who are you talking to?" And I said, "Well, you can watch the stream later, so, I don't want to just be quiet the whole time." All right, so I'm going to mix up the Floetrol a little here. We save all of our popsicle sticks there, and we just dry them off and reuse them. So good idea just to get the Floetrol mixed up a little bit, make sure there's no lumps in it. That does happen a lot when the stuff sits. The Floetrol is usually not too bad, but your paint will definitely lump up. It'll be like it just went through a Mike Tyson fight. Get it all lumped up. Yeah, that's what you're going to get here. Great comedy. Great comedy is what you're going to get here. You'll get how to do stuff, art, projects, and all that good stuff, but the main thing you're going to get is just wonderful, wonderful comedy. So I had problems. I used an Elgato to capture my video game streaming, but it wasn't working for some reason. It kept saying you need a Chrome browser, which I don't. I've used my whatever it is, Mojave or Yahoo, Mac one or whatever it is that's on there. Actually, what was it? I don't even know. But I definitely don't think I needed it. But I downloaded it and got to work. But now it's not picking up my microphone. That sounds much better. The internal microphone should work. This one sounds okay. And I apologize that I keep looking over here at my screen when I should just be looking at you right there. Oh, did I still have my volume up over here? Yeah, let's turn that down. Okay. All right, so let's start with the colors there. So this first one is going to be, we use a lot of Craft Smart. This stuff is really cheap. You can get it at Michael's for like 70 cents, maybe 70 cents to $1, $1.50, depending on the sheen and the multi-service and all that kind of stuff. But these basic ones are 70 cents, really cheap. And this first color is going to be navy, just a basic navy blue there. And you know what? You're almost out of it, so I'll put this one in the one that's got the least amount of Floetrol, which is this. I try to eyeball them and make them all the same, but it's not going to be perfect. Try a little bit more. Yep, that one's pretty much toast, I think. Okay, so then the next color we will go with is going to be a Craft Smart Multi-Surface Premium Satin Cobalt Blue. This one has got a really, really nice color to it. I really like this one. It's almost like a, like a bluish purple mixed together. And I'm going to, of course, mix all these up. This one is Craft Smart Multi-Surface Premium Ultra Bright Metallic Paint Aquamarine that we're going to do. That sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, and this one I've only got a little bit left. A Craft Smart Satin Acrylic Robin's Egg Blue. We're going to go with a little bit of Robin's Egg Blue. So let's see how that sounds. Let's see how it looks and also how it sounds. All right. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, that's what I mean. I say roughly half and half, but some of these might not even be half and half. There's less paint, so I don't care. I seem to have pretty good luck with the mixing ratios. As long as there's Floetrol in there, you should be okay. Okay, and the last blue is going to be the Craft Smart Acrylic Paint Pale Blue. I'm going to go pale blue on this one. So, okay. Now see, that sounded much better, didn't it? There's just a little sound. Now we're going to go over to our purples. Craft Smart Acrylic Paint Violet, right there. Whoops. Okay. And then, oh, I like this one. Craft Smart Acrylic Paint Plum. Plummy. This one's very plummy. Okay. 2 more to go. Then these last 2 are Folk Art. Folk Art Acrylic Violet Victorian. Violet Victorian. I'm childish. Oh, almost lost all my popsicle sticks there. I'm so childish. And then we got the Folk Art Acrylic French Lilac. French Lilac. I know the light's really bright, so it's kind of hard to see there, but I think you get the point. Ooh, this one's coming out of... I meant to stir this one really well. Okay. So we've got all the colors in there. So that's good. Now let's get our sticks. Like I say, we just use popsicle sticks. You just dry them off, reuse them over and over again. So no biggie. Bam, bam, bam. Maybe I could, let me try to get you guys down here so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Yeah, that's probably better. A little something there. Okay. So now we just start the mixing process. Get that paint mixed in there really well. You've got these little cheap paper cups that you can find, Target or anywhere really. Get a gazillion of them for a couple bucks, so they work really well. They work really well is if you use them quickly. They start to soften up. So if you're going to let your paint sit for a long time or take a long time to get your project or whatever, then you might want to buy better quality or plastic ones. Once they dry out, we let them dry out, and then we just reuse them for holders and bottoms and stuff like that. But the plastic ones, you can clean them out and use them over and over again. They're really well. So, but we already bought these, so we don't want them to go to waste. So. All right, so we're going to mix this one. This one is taking was this the one? I think this is the one I said came out a little lumpy, so I want to mix it a little bit longer than the other ones, just to make sure. And, go back and forth, all around, side to side. It's like you're dancing at a wedding, like you're doing the electric slide. I hate when that comes on because I only done it like once or twice, so I go to wait and everyone knows all the way forward, back. I'm like, look like a bird with a hurt leg. I'm like, wait, which way? This way? This way? All right, that's looking pretty good. And they're going to get mixed more when I put a little silicone in them. So this is just oh, wow, this one, gosh, this one's got way more than the rest of them. That's okay. Really pretty purple there. Yeah, look at that. That's coming out beautiful right there. And then I'm going to add a little water to them too to thin them out a little bit because they're just too thick, and they, even with the Floetrol in them, which helps them, flow, it kind of helps the colors stay in their own little lane, from bleeding into each other there. Which you obviously want, they start to bleed if you drag them or do certain things, and the cells start to pop up from the silicone. But, I really should try doing one without any Floetrol and just seeing how it comes out. It'd be pretty interesting to see how that comes out. It's kind of fun mixing them because you just, at first it's like all you see is the white of the Floetrol, and you start stirring, and it looks like you don't have enough paint, and you just keep mixing. All of a sudden, you don't even see the Floetrol anymore. Nice, beautiful colors. Yeah, it looks really pretty. And so I don't. Oh, I didn't put anything in that one. It's just pure Floetrol. Okay, whoops. Did I count wrong? Oh, maybe I was thinking I was gonna. I don't know what I did. I must count wrong. I don't know what I did. It said a blue and purple. This is kind of, yeah, this is the aquamarine one. So this, which is more of a bluish green, but that's okay. Should still be looking pretty good. This is that multi-surface one though too, and I noticed that those ones definitely take more mixing. They seem to, I don't know, from sitting on the shelf or whatever, they seem to get more little lumps and stuff in them. Yeah, that looks really cool before you start mixing it too much. It's the problem with doing live streams and you're testing your equipment out and trying to get going. There's really no way to do it other than going live and making sure everything works. So I think I had the one before that I didn't have absolutely no sound because my microphone wasn't working. The external microphone that I have, it's a really, it's a good quality one, so it should sound better, but I'm just using the internal microphone that's built into the computer now, which when I tested it and checked out on my phone there, it sounded fine. So pretty sure you can hear me, especially better now all the heaters are off. It is just so cold in here. We're in Alabama. Just had all those horrible tornadoes. Fortunately, they're a little more, not fortunately, fortunately for us, they're a little more south. Obviously, it's not fortunate for the people that it hit, but we were fortunate to not have it come up here. But it is freezing though, and I'm out in the garage, so I am cold. Had a little heater going. I should have let it go for a little while before I came in here because I am freezing. The things I do for you guys, the things I do for you. All right, so I'll just leave this Floetrol to the side in case we need it for something. All right, so now we're going to use the blaster silicone right here that you can get at Home Depot, on Lowe's, Amazon, and get it wherever hardware stores. I'm gonna cover my computer up real quick here, so no overspray gets onto it. Hang on, I'll also go back here just to be safe. Little spray, little spray, little spray, little extra ones. Now it's kind of full. Spray. Do I need to say spray every time so you guys know I'm doing it? Can you not see that and tell what I'm doing? I got to get in the habit of looking over here. I keep looking at myself over in the computer there, and it's annoying when I see people do that. And they constantly like, so we're talking like this, and I should be talking like this. So I'm going to really try to get better at that. All right, so now we've got the, shoot. I got a little bit of a Floetrol spilled right here. Just keeps begging to get on my shirt, so I'm going to move that out of the way. All right, so now we're going to mix them again. Now with the Floetrol. Oh, you know what I forgot? A little bit of water. Let's get a little bit of water in each one. This is distilled water. says, so if you have really hard water like we do here, you want to use distilled water. I think you actually want to use distilled water either way. I've heard someone on a video, I can't remember why, but they were saying why it's better. So that is what we use. Okay. Yeah, man, I did not put much in this one at all. Was this the one? Yeah, that was that really dark navy one that I was running. Basically ran out of, so there's not much in here. Thinking, these bottles that we run out of that are empty, put a little bit of Floetrol and water in them, probably shake them up and get a little more out of them, I'm going to try to do that so they don't go to waste. There's a lot coating the inside of that. I need to get a bigger jacket. So I'm trying to, all my work clothes and things I don't mind getting dirty are all like shirts and stuff, and I don't have a lot of jackets or sweatshirts or anything. Ooh, put a lot of water in that one. That's good though. There was a lot of paint there. I thinned it out pretty well. So usually when we make the videos, we don't sit here and do all the mixing. We just skip past it and just show you well, not all. We do a lot of talking. I can't ramble. Me and my wife, we can both ramble, but way more me. I'm much more of the rambler than she is. But it's usually kind of boring. But if you're going to live stream, it might be kind of interesting. Now, of course, that would be a lot better if I actually had anyone watching me, which there probably isn't. So, but down the road, who knows? Someone may eventually watch this in 30 years. And by then, we'll all be talking telepathically through our minds, so this will seem so old. Look at this old video. This guy's actually talking with his mouth. What an old guy. Hilarious. Doesn't even know how to move objects with his mind. What a weirdo. All right. And the last one here is this beautiful, beautiful aquamarine. This is aquamarine, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Such a pretty color. I love this one. It's got that nice satin finish too. Look at that. Can you see that? Without spelling, that is such a pretty color. But I need to make sure I mix it well. Okay, I think these are all mixed pretty well. Here, so let me get them out of the way. And I will mix it just a hair right before I pour it too, just to make sure. So let's get our canvas set up here. And I'll readjust the camera here in just a second. I'm using a 12 by 12 inch canvas, if you're wondering. It's a 12 foot by 12 foot canvas. I'm just a really, really big guy, so it looks small. I think I've used that joke like 10 times so far in my videos. The canvas looks good, nice and clean. Don't see any, as soon as I say that, I see a little piece of dust in there. Don't see any debris on it, so I'm happy. Some people will wipe them down. These canvases came in plastic, so they're good to go. You always check them though, because sometimes there'll still be stuff in there. But if you get the canvases that don't come, or they'll come like in the big packs, and they'll come 5 or 10 in there, and then you open them and they're just kind of stuck to the elements if you don't cover them up. So, all right, let me see. Is that the best spot for you? It's not a bad spot, really. Let me try to cut my. Yeah, let's get that down just a little bit more there. I think that's pretty good. You can see what I'm doing there. Actually, I'm sorry, you guys. I think this would be better if I can get you over here and try to. Yeah, I think that's better, right? That looks better. Much better angle, so you can see what I'm doing there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put some white on it first. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. But I'm going to put some white. So we've already got the Floetrol mixed in here with the white paint. So just to get it a little bit of a base here, I'm going to go ahead and get a nice thick coat on there. there is no silicone in the white. So I have done silicone in the white before, and it's cool. It causes bubbles and stuff, but I'm more just trying to use it as a just to help kind of cover the canvas so it soaks in there a little bit. Sometimes when you don't do that, you can go back and forth and back and forth and do all this different stuff, and there'll be little spots where the paint just did not adhere to the canvas. But this is almost like a primer, just really gets it coated nice. I like to go back and forth while I tap it in. I need to get one of those little spinny, like mini Lazy Susans that I see people have. Those are really cool because you can just turn it when you're done and go to another side, Do you know where you're going? Do you And really, if you have excess on the top, it's not a huge thing because it'll move, but I try to get it all smooth once I'm done covering everything. So. There we go, it's pretty good. So now we'll start working it down here. And it's a lot of white paint. So I don't want that to go to waste. I'm trying to catch a little bit of the excess here. Okay. Okay. And I already said okay like I was done, and then I keep going. That's what I tend to do. And I like to keep this little rag that we reuse over and over, and you just hang it over a chair or something and let it dry. And you can keep reusing it, wipe stuff off. Well, my friends, I think we are ready. So the question is do I want to try to kind of stick with the dark to light or just kind of go nuts, just put the colors wherever I want? I don't know. I think I'm just going to kind of, yeah, I think I'm just going to go random. I'm just going to put it everywhere, and then we're going to do a swipe and see how it comes out. Oh, you know what we can do? Let's do something different. Let's go sideways. We're going to do I'm changing my mind. I'm sorry. No, I changed my mind, actually. We're just going to go straight across. I want to try that. Okay. Go ahead and make sure it covers the edges and starts to drip off there a little bit so you get full coverage. It's not so big of a deal that's intermixing with the white because for a swipe it's going to happen anyways. If I was trying to do something different, I might be worried about that, but I'm not. All right, let's go with the Cobalt Blue, one of my favorites. One of my favorites right here. Let's get that mixed in there a little bit. I like to also try to keep the sides a little bit thicker because when you swipe, they really start to fall off to the side there, obviously. All right, let's go with this beautiful aquamarine. All right, then let's go with another purple here. This is a pretty purple, whitey purple. You literally want it to start falling off the sides there, because it will really make the sides look better too. And what I like to do too is even before I do the swipe, if I remember, a lot of times I forget to do it, but I start kind of patting the sides down. Let me see. Actually, you can see better over here. There's not much dripping over here, so you're not going to have much, but just kind of, when you do the swipe, I think more will come down, but you don't want it to stay white. It's not a big deal if it's, I mean, well, it's a matter of opinion if it's a big deal or not, with the colors kind of interbleed on the side there. I don't mind it. I actually like it, but you know, depending on what your preference is there, you can experiment with better ways to do that. You know, like some people might hate that I'm mixing white in here on the top. They just want a pure purple, and that's understandable. I mean, they're wrong, but it's understandable. Just kidding. Yeah, I need more on that side a little bit, but that's okay. So, all right, so what's the next color we're going to do? We got, let's go with this really dark one here. This is that navy that I only had a little bit of. Ooh, I wonder if I want to wait till the end for this one. No, you know what? I'll just do a really thin strip of it to go fast since there's not much here. You know what, I might as well. I kind of saved a little of the other, each paint in case I need to use more, but this one I'm just going to go ahead and dump most of it there. That's actually not bad. I might just leave that one just like that and not spread it out at all. Yeah, I think I will. All right, and let's go with this one. It's kind of lighter here. Ready? Okay, what do we got? We got 2 more colors. That should be perfect. Yeah. I'm hoping when I swipe that it'll get covered a little bit more. So it looks quite so ugly on the sides. And you know, right now it looks extremely ugly because this is so thick and bold on the side. It's just all over. But once you do that swipe, it's going to have an all over look. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Quit complaining. That almost looks like the same color as that purple up there, doesn't it? Just nice to try to get all the little spots covered beforehand. It's a little harder afterwards, but you can do it still. It's like this part's always going to have so much different stuff dripping out when I swipe it. But I kind of like doing a little thin layer. It just helps get the sticks to the canvas a little bit there. Okay, my friends. I think, ooh, what is that? What is that? Get out of here. I don't know what you are, where you came from, but you are not welcome. That's probably a good idea. Let me check if I see any little bumps. I see a little, yeah, sometimes they look like bumps and they're just air bubbles, but that was definitely a little piece of debris or something. All right, my friends, I think we are getting close to swipe time. So let me get paper towel. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use paper towel. Sometimes I use hard. No, you know what? I'm going with the hard. I changed my mind. I'm gonna try this one right here. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is get it on the top. And is that gonna, oh, is that even gonna cover? Yeah, that should just about do it. I want to make sure I put a little bit of pressure on it there. I like to put this right on the silicone mat when I'm done so the paint gets on there for a second and then dries. And when it dries, we'll use the acrylic to make jewelry out of. So that doesn't go to waste either. Where is my other towel? My stinking towel. Use this little piece of that. Wow, so that looks pretty cool. I don't like the top white part there. What happened there? You know what? Let's is this a bad idea or not? You know what? You know what I'm going to try is the heat gun. We have not used the heat gun at all. Maybe I can fix that with the heat gun. Let's see. Now, I should have probably had this open beforehand, but I didn't. Okay. How much time you have before it's absolutely necessary. And see where I really started wiggling a lot in the bottom is where the stuff really opened up. And that's more what I was trying to do. But we'll experiment a little with this heat gun. I've seen people use these and I have no idea if you have to have a certain mixture for it to work or not. But we will find out together, won't we? Okay, good sound. All right, let's see here. 50,000 things plugged in there, so hopefully it doesn't overheat the. All right, that is hot. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just not enough paint up there. That's what it is. Just trying to see exactly what it does. Oh, geez. Oh man, I got a little too hot, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna have to pour a little bit of paint over here and see what happens. I do not like the way this looks here. Let's put a little bit of that blue and we'll have to just spread a little on there and then swipe it and see what happens. Where did my tool go? Well, that's why you always have more than one. All right, let's do a little bit of a swipe here with a different edge. See if that does anything. Oh, shoot, I don't have enough room. Well, let's just go with the paper towel then. Spray a little bit of water on it so it catches a little bit better. I think I'm just gonna have to go for this, guys. I might mess this up here, and man, I don't know. I think I'm just have to go for it and see what happens. Sorry. Heater's on. Yep. Yep. That came out bad. I'm just going through this whole thing again. Let's see what that does. That might not be so bad once it starts to break up a little bit there. Let me just I'm going to do a little tilting on here to try to. Oh, almost dropped it. Not only try to break those cells up a little bit more, but I just don't like the way this looks. So I'm really going to try to completely just go nuts and see what happens here. Maybe we can save this one here. I don't know. Trying to save it here. I want to try to cover the whole thing, but I don't want the paint to run off. There's not much left there to go. Once it kind of fully goes over all the way, come on, come on. There we go. Now, hopefully, we get enough to go this way. Come on, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Cover this whole thing. Come on. Go, go. Wonder if I could shoot. My hand is so messed up here. It's covered in. Well, it is what it is. Let's see. I just don't want it to look like drip marks, so I'm trying to make it a little more uniform. Ah. The last little part right there looks horrible. But, I mean, we think we kind of saved it. It looks okay. Oh, man. I am not happy with this one at all. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm not happy with it at all. It looks okay. It certainly is not what I was hoping for there. I am not going to use that cardboard to swipe anymore. I definitely have had better luck with paper towels, and I am just gonna stick with that next time. At least all the canvas is pretty much well covered, I think. And the Floetrol will help a lot of this, lumpiness sort of settle down there. All right, it's not looking too bad. It's pretty. I like it. Now I'm looking at it a little more. I like it. It's not certainly not my favorite, but it's okay. Still trying to sort of fix this bottom part down here. If there's any way I can do like a little mini swipe on it or something. Yeah. Sometimes you keep messing with stuff and it just gets worse and worse. Tempted to do some pattern on it or do something else on it, but it's okay. That's okay. I keep trying to reassure myself here. Let me wipe my hands off a little bit better here. Then I'll give you a closer look at it here. So this is what we're working with here. Go a little higher so you can see the whole thing. A little shaky, isn't it? Sorry. That's what you're looking like. So, it's still cool. I like it, but definitely not my favorite one. There's definitely some better ones we've done for sure. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to just move this over and we will try another one here. So I'll be back in a little while, okay? We'll do another one.